Hello, everyone. I'm Professor Chu Wang, who is currently serving as the Vice Dean of Academy for Advanced Interdisciplinary Studies at Peking University. Today, I'm excited to introduce our major national pilot program, Center for Life Sciences, or short for CLS, which was established in 2011. This program is currently administered by Academy for Advanced Interdisciplinary Studies at Peking University. This groundbreaking initiative was designed as a testbed for comprehensive reforms in higher education. Its core aim includes exploring innovative models to support and evaluate scientific research, conducting pioneering and cutting-edge research, and fostering interdisciplinary collaborations. Moreover, a fundamental aspect of this program is its commitment to training the next generation of scientists, equipping them with the skills and knowledge to lead future advancements. In our quest to attract the brightest minds globally, we have set our recruitment standards to align with those of top U.S. universities, ensuring excellence and diversity in our academic community. CLS provides stable support to our principal investigators, or PIs, and grants them the freedom to explore their unique interests and pursue innovative research paths. Meanwhile, our PI will undergo strict reviews regularly by an esteemed international committee, maintaining our commitment to excellence and progress. Central to our program's philosophy is the promotion of synergistic interactions among a diverse range of disciplines. Our PIs come from a broad spectrum of fields and represent departments from agriculture, physics, chemistry, life sciences, basic medical science, clinical medicine, psychology, engineering, information science, and other cross-discipline areas. This rich diversity in expertise fosters a collaborative environment where innovative ideas and solutions emerge from the convergence of different scientific perspectives. Our program is also enriched by students from a wide array of academic backgrounds and stages in their education journey. A significant portion, around 67% of our students, are fresh bachelors who just finished their undergrad studies and are eager to advance in graduate school. Fresh masters constitute 13%, who are devoted in embarking on a new journey to PhD study. The rest are bachelors and masters who have previous working experience and want to return to academia to expand their knowledge and training. The disciplinary background of our students is equally diverse, spanning across bioscience, biotechnology, physics, chemistry, pharmaceutical science, medicine, psychology, computer science, and etc. This variety not only enhances the learning experience, but also fosters a rich interdisciplinary environment where ideas and perspectives from different fields interact and flourish. In our program, as the name reflects, we focus on the interdisciplinary aspects of life sciences, integrating biology seamlessly with other major scientific disciplines. This approach has given birth to our unique research and education framework named Integrated Life Sciences. Within this framework, biology forms a foundational core that interacts with a variety of other fields. We have integrations of biology with physics, chemistry, basic medicinal science, clinical medicine, and psychology. Each of these combinations offers a unique perspective enriching with our understanding of life sciences and its application in numerous contexts. This cross-disciplinary approach not only broadens our scientific horizons, but also paves the way for groundbreaking research and innovative solutions in complex biological challenges. CLS has a 5-year PhD program, which is a dynamic and rigorous journey of academic and research excellence. Each year, we admit 80 students, and there are currently about 400 students enrolled. Our recruitment is high standard, but also flexible, allowing us to select the most promising candidates from a diverse pool of applicants. It should be noted that the admission does not require the applicant to have the special graduate school exam waiver from his or her undergrad universities, and therefore it's very friendly for international applicants or anyone who has some working experience after obtaining bachelor or master degrees. The PhD program has a curriculum of 5 years. The first year is dedicated to lab rotations, giving the students the opportunity to explore various research areas and find the best fit. Alongside, they are engaged in newly designed courses that are at the forefront of scientific education. In their second year, students will face the qualifying exams, being tested for their knowledge and readiness for advanced research. A crucial midterm evaluation will happen in the fourth year to assess their progress and research direction, making sure that they are on the right track to obtain a PhD degree in the near future. The last checkpoint is the thesis defense, where they present their research findings, contributing to the scientific community. The comprehensive structure of our program ensures that our graduates are not only well-versed in their respective fields, but also equipped with the skills to excelling in the global scientific arena. In the past few years, our alumni have demonstrated remarkable success in various fields after graduation, reflecting the effectiveness and reach of our program. From 2019 to 2022, a significant portion, around 69%, adventured into scientific research, while 14% have been absorbed into research and development sectors. Administration and management attracted 8% of our graduates, and 6% pursue careers in education, particularly at the high school level. The remaining 4% branched into other diverse fields. We take pride in our alumni, who have established themselves as leaders and innovators in their respective areas. Notable examples include Miao Jing, from the class of 2012, now a principal investigator at the Chinese Institute for Brain Research in Beijing. Hao Qianzhang, also from the CLS class 2012, is the founder and CEO of Bluepha, a cutting-edge enterprise engaged in synthetic biotechnologies located in Shenzhen. From the class of 2013, Jie Wang has become a principal investigator at Southern University of Science and Technology of China. Wei Qin, from the class of 2014, becomes a tenure-track assistant professor and PI at Tsinghua University. Lastly, from the class of 2015, Shu Huibian is a principal investigator at Southern Medical University. Noteworthy is that most of them are domestically trained talents and are very competitive in the job market without experience abroad. CLS has now established itself as a leading center for life sciences, a testament to our commitment to excellence and innovation in research and education. This program also makes significant contribution to the elevating rank of Peking University in the biology-related research field in comparison with other top universities and institutions all over the world. Our significant strides in this field have been recognized globally. In the Nature Index of 2018, Peking University was honored as the top 1 rising star in life sciences, a remarkable acknowledgement of our rapid progress and strong impact. Further cementing our position as a leader in the field, in 2020, Peking University was ranked #1 in Asia in the life sciences domain. This prestigious ranking is a reflection of our dedication to pushing the frontiers of scientific research and our success in nurturing world-class talents in the life science sector. Our program provides a nurturing environment for conducting collaborative and interdisciplinary research, blending diverse fields to push the frontier of science. Here are 2 highlight examples. The collaborative work led by Professor Jie Qiao in the field of medicine and Professor Fu Chou Tang in the field of biology has been groundbreaking. Their study, published in Nature Genetics in 2018, delved into the complex world of gene expression and epigenetic regulatory mechanism during the development of human reproductive system. This research not only bridged medicine and biology, but also offered vital insights into human reproductive health. In another remarkable interdisciplinary example, led by Professor Peng Chen from the field of chemical biology and Professor Chu Wang with the background of computational protein structure modeling and design, combined their expertise to explore protein activation in living systems. Their research work, published in Nature in 2019, utilized a computer-aided proximal decaging strategy to achieve the time-resolved protein activation in living systems. This study is a stellar example of how chemistry and computational biology can come together to unravel the dynamic process within the living system. These representative examples underscore our program's commitment to fostering a diverse and collaborative research environment, where students can engage in cutting-edge interdisciplinary studies to solve complex scientific problems. Explore Our Brain is another major feature of our program, where students are always immersed in the magic world of science. CLS regularly invited domestic and foreign experts to visit and deliver inspiring and insightful lectures from a diversified field array of scientific disciplines. We also support our students to self-organize journal clubs and mini workshops to discuss exciting research progress and brainstorm emerging research frontiers. Additionally, the program sponsors lab visits, offering hands-on experiences in cutting-edge research and bridging the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical applications. This comprehensive approach ensures a rich learning experiences for all students. At the heart of our academic community lies the Graduate Academic Forum 1+X, a unique platform organized and presented entirely by our graduate students. This forum serves as a vibrant space for sharing and discussing exciting interdisciplinary research progress achieved by students themselves, held monthly throughout the school years. The forum features 2 speakers in each session, spotlighting a diverse range of innovating research topics and fostering a rich exchange of ideas and perspectives. This forum not only highlights the cutting-edge work of our students, but also nurtures a collaborative and intellectually stimulating environment within our academic community. As a beacon of international education and collaboration, our doors are always open to the world. In the past 10 years, our commitment to fostering knowledge and building bridges across cultures has been exemplified by the sponsorship of over 230 diverse seminars, lectures, and workshops. We have had the honor of inviting more than 1,100 esteemed speakers from both domestic and international spheres. We have also successfully hosted over 290 domestic and 160 international conferences. Our track record stands as a vibrant testament to our dedication to cross-cultural dialogue and our commitment to serving as a global hub for intellectual exchange. So, welcome to join CLS program at Peking University. If you have interest, please scan this QR code to follow us at WeChat or log in to the official website www.cls.edu.cn to learn more information. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Professor Chu Wang, the Vice Dean of the Academy for Advanced Interdisciplinary Studies at Peking University. So today, I'm very happy to invite 4 professors from Center for Life Sciences to join us at the roundtable discussion. They are the Professor Han Zhang from Psychology, Professor Wei Zhang from Life Sciences, Professor Xiang Yu from Neuroscience, and Professor Peng Zhou from Chemistry. So welcome, everyone. Before we start our discussion today, maybe each of you can take a minute to briefly introduce yourself in terms of your education and training background, as well as your current lab research interest. Yeah, let's start with Han, please.
I studied engineering physics as an undergraduate student, and then got my PhD in cognitive psychology. And then as a postdoc, I used computational modeling to study human decision making. And this is the focus of my current lab. We investigate how people make decisions under uncertainty, from very simple perceptual and motor decisions to very complex sequential decisions. For example, how you choose where to go to graduate study, or what to do next for your career. Our study is naturally cross-disciplinary, and that is, we use computational and mathematical methods as well as neuroscience tools, because the brain and cognition is so complex, and we live in such a rich real world. And to understand the brain, we have to use tools from different disciplines, and that's why we are here.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, next, Wei, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm Wei, and I just got my PhD from Peking University in Botany, and then I got my postdoc training at the University of Chicago in collagen evolution. And during this period I have gradually formed my research interests. Our now currently research progress and interests are mainly just try to investigate that, like, how biodiversity arises in multiple non-model organisms. For example, now we are focused on some like mimicry butterflies and try to understand how their mimicry arise and evolve during their evolution. And for example, now we establish a system using these oak leaf butterflies in the Calamus genus to trace their origin evolution of leaf muscular mimicry. And our ultimate goal is try to understand how biodiversity arises in these systems in multiple dimensions, including species diversity, phenotypic diversity, and genetic diversity. Okay, that's it.
Thank you. Yeah, Xiang, please.
Hi everyone, I'm Xiang Yu. I'm affiliated both with the School of Life Sciences at the McGovern Institute at PKU. So my undergraduate and PhD were in molecular biology and developmental biology. For my PhD, I studied molecular signaling in the Drosophila embryo. For my postdoc, I was interested in neuroscience, so I worked in a lab that studied synaptic plasticity. Now in my own laboratory, I combined my background in developmental biology and neuroscience to study how sensory experience, for example, if we put mice in enriched environments to increase their experience, or if we put them in a dark, rare space, reduce experience, and as well as how other genes, how they affect the way brain develops. And a lot of the genes that affect brain development are genes that cause developmental disorders in children, such as autism. So we're also interested in the molecular mechanisms underlying these diseases.
Hi, I'm Peng Zhou from College of Chemistry. I did my undergrad here at PKU, majoring in chemistry and in physics. So even before joining the CLS, I was very interested and excited in interdisciplinary research. In my PhD study at MIT, I was focusing purely on chemical biology, where I was using enzyme-mediated tools to label proteins site-specifically or in a spatially restricted manner so we can understand how protein functions inside the living cell. But for my postdoc, I switched direction to work more in the biophysics by developing fluorescent indicators and building fluorescent microscopes to watch how neurons behave under the microscope to provide a high-resolution map of the cellular activity. And when I got independent at Peking University, I decided to put together my expertise in chemistry and physics to try to build a research program that use instrumentation and chemical probes to study the neuroscience. And we are interested in mapping the neural activities using molecular tools, and that includes mapping neural activity in real time with the spatial temporally resolved methods, or to understand how proteins and RNAs can give rise to how proteins and RNAs underlie the molecular mechanism of neural activity.
Thanks for introducing yourself, and let's move on to the discussions. First question, so what do you think of the most distinctive characteristics of the COS program as comparison to the traditional scientific disciplines such as physics, chemistry, and biology? Maybe let's start with Peng, please.
Yeah, sure. I think what impressed me the most about the CLS program is its interdisciplinary nature. And we have the faculties coming from different colleges and schools, ranging from physics, chemistry, all the way to neuroscience and psychology. And when you are enrolled in the CLS, you will start with a rotation. That will take 2 months for each rotation, and you have 3 rotations in total. And using these 2 months, you will spend a lot of time working in the lab to understand how the research program in the lab is going and what would be the most exciting techniques or the most interesting biological questions they're trying to pursue. And I think by doing 3 different rotations, that can give you a flavor how interdisciplinary research is performed. And what's more important is that you can acquire different techniques from very different labs. And that also provides a way of having collaborations in the future. For example, we've had several students that is co-supervised by 2 professors in the CLS. And these 2 labs can have very different expertise. One could focus more on the proteomics part, the others on how the proteins are modified by small molecules. And by putting together the expertise from 2 different labs, you can have a very unique research program that is unrivaled, probably unrivaled in the world. In my own experience, we are interested in working at the interface of chemistry and neuroscience. So some of my students who had background in chemistry as an undergrad would go on for doing a rotation in the neuroscience lab to gain more experience in neuronal cell biology and even psychology. I think the CLS program provides a very rigorous training for future interdisciplinary researchers.
Thank you, Peng. Wei, what's your opinion on this?
Yeah, sure. I'd like to add some interesting points from my perspective. As we are working on some non-model organisms, some of us we just have some opportunities to build some international collaborations. For example, we have to integrate computational and experimental methods as well as some fieldwork to achieve our goal to understand how biodiversity arises. And during this process, sometimes we just for example, we collect samples from multiple geographic locations. That's why we have to build global interactions with our collaborators. For example, we collect samples from the rainforest and temperate forest in Asia, Southeast Asia, and even South America. And during this process, actually, we build collaborations with multiple labs worldwide. So I think that's a great opportunity for our students to explore the potential collaborations and try to get more training opportunities from our collaborators.
Wow,
yes.
That sounds very exciting and interesting.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on to the next question. I think based on your introductions, seems like everyone's research seems touched a little bit, or maybe centered on the neuroscience or neurobiology, which is a very exciting subdisciplines within the life sciences domain. So my question is how your research kind of cross edge with neuroscience or neurobiology, and how your research can maybe contributing to the interdisciplinary studies of the neurobiology and neuroscience. Let's again start with Peng, please.
Okay, we are interested in understanding how neural activities are initiated, triggered, and regulated at the cellular level. And the neurons will communicate by sending out electrical pulses that are very tiny. They're called the action potentials. If you can try to visualize the neural electrical activity, then it'll be easy to understand how the neurons communicate in a very highly spatial temporal manner. But the challenging part is to provide a sensitive readout under the microscope to convert the electrical signal into an optical readout. So my lab focuses on developing chemical tools for this type of conversion, which we call electrochromic sensing. And we are using a membrane localized sensor to convert transmembrane electric field into a modulation of the fluorescence. But the challenge part for this is to how to achieve a very bright and sensitive readout of the tiny fluctuations of the transmembrane electric field. Our trick is to use chemistry to assemble a hybrid indicator on the surface of the cell, and that requires using chemical labeling method to site-specifically modify a rhodopsin protein on the live cell surface, and then to conjugate a small molecule fluorophore as the fluorescent reporter. As you can imagine, the cell surface is very fragile and sensitive, so any chemical reaction that can be used must be highly biocompatible and also orthogonal or compatible with all the other chemical reactions inside the living cell, which we call bioorthogonality. So by putting together the best expertise, the best technique from chemical biology, and to apply it to neuroscience, we can assemble highly sensitive and bright indicators for mapping neural electricity. I'll just give you one example of our research that focuses on neural activity detection.
Yeah, that's a very interesting subject. Maybe, Xiang, you can describe a little bit of your research in terms of the cross disciplines with neurobiology?
Yes. So my interest in neuroscience is inspired from a developmental perspective, both because for my graduate work I studied embryonic development Drosophila, and also because as a child I had experienced living and studying in different countries. So for my own lab, I'm interested in how experience affects brain development and also what happens in neurodevelopmental disorders. So all of us know from our experience that young kids learn very fast, right? Much faster than adults. Professional musicians, professional sports people, they learn their trade or their skill from a very young age. Now, children with autism, in addition to their social interaction issues and repetitive behaviors, they also have trouble learning in a new context. So my lab is interested in how experience affects normal development and also what goes wrong in these developmental disorders. So we construct mouse models of these human genetic deficits, and we study how their brain development is affected using morphological tools, using electrophysiology, as well as various behavior assays. And from what we learn in normal development, we try to rescue these autism mouse models. And also I have a number of collaborations with medical doctors to see how we can use from what we learn in neuroscience to help these kids in the clinic.
Thanks, Xiang. Now, Wei, it's your turn.
Sure, yeah. So actually my major is evolutionary biology, but even though I still have some like collaborative projects on neuroscience. So I would like to just briefly introduce our research interest is about biological mimicry. And we mainly study some mimicry animals. And for their mimicry phenomena, some of the mimicry phenomena are related to their morphologies, and some of them are related to their complex behaviors. So we also study some like behavioral mimicry. And to do that, actually now we have already teased apart these adaptive features of their mimicry behaviors. Maybe the next step for us is try to understand the genetic basis of these complex behaviors. To do that, so the CRS programs enable us to build some like collaborative like projects with some like neuroscience with internal and external labs. So that will enable us to tackle this complex evolutionary question, like how this mimicry phenomena arises and evolved in this fancy model organisms. That's it.
Thanks.
Our life is one decision after another decision. So decision is so important. And we study why people seems to be so smart in some occasions, but could be biased or even stupid in other situations. And so on one hand, we study how all kinds of decisions may change with different mental diseases, such as autism. And we also study what goes wrong in these situations, such as why some people would harm themselves to release their emotional pressures. And so this is one way we collaborate with researchers in other disciplines like psychiatry. And on the other hand, we use, say, tools, like we are trying to use computational tools, including artificial intelligence models to understand our brain and cognition, like how we make decisions.
Thank you, Han. And hopefully from this example, you get a glimpse of the interdisciplinary nature of the research being conducted at the CRS at the moment. I mean, using the neurobiology, we have the chemist, we have the evolution biologist, we have the developmental biologists, and also we have the psychiatrists. In addition to that, actually, we also have the computer scientists and also system biologists who are also very interested in using interdisciplinary techniques to study neurobiology and neuroscience. So for their research, please visit us at our website at cls.edu.cn. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So my next question is, I think the most students will be very interested to know when they join the program. Like this is a 5-year program, right? So they are facing how to choose a lab, choose a mentor, and then after joining the lab, how do they conduct their research, and what kind of challenge they will face during the PhD studies, as well as the last checkpoint, how you're going to get ready for the final defense. Maybe all of you can share your opinions on this and share this experience with our students. Let's start with Xiang, please.
Okay. Before I joined CLS, I was at an institute that was only neuroscience. So there was a lot of, so the Institute studied neuroscience at the molecular developmental systems and circuit levels. But upon joining CLS, I had colleagues from all kinds of disciplines, from physics, from chemistry, from very quantitative biology, and as well from various colleagues from the hospitals. So, I think we have over 100 faculty members in the CLS program, and for the rotations, you can join at least 3 of these labs, rotating for at least 3 months. So I think depending on, so sometimes you come in, you have a very specific idea of who you want to work with. Then you can join that lab, see if it's a good fit, and if it's a good fit, maybe you can talk to your PI about what other interdisciplinary things you can learn, and maybe join the labs of other directions. Or maybe sometimes you don't have an idea of what you want to do, and then you can just explore in your 3 rotations in different fields. You can do a molecular, a psychology rotation, then maybe one in chemistry, and then decide what you really want to do. All the faculty in the CLS program are highly encouraged to carry out interdisciplinary work. And the student group is also very diverse. There are people with biology, with physics, with chemistry, with mathematics, computational backgrounds. So I think one can learn many things from being part of the group. And then the rest, I think, so the subject, I think, is very disciplinary, and the rest is probably similar. You need to have a thesis, right? You need to have done substantial work. I think CLS doesn't actually require people to publish a paper. If you want to go on in the scientific field, it's probably a good idea to have publications. But I think the program really focuses on doing something new and doing something that you're interested.
Okay, thanks, John. Han, I want to ask you about, so what kind of challenges or potential challenges the students can face during the course of the PhD study, and if they experience such difficulties, how are they going to face that in terms of, get your expert opinion on this?
I think the most common challenge is you do something and you go on for 1 year or even 2 years, and you found yourself stuck. Choosing what to study and choosing your future career is also a kind of decision under risk. So you may choose something very fast, very closely rewarded, but it could be a small reward. Or you can choose something more risky, but leading to something bigger and more exciting. I think CLS gives us an opportunity. If you want to pursue a career that's more challenging, you get support from your advisors and also other advisors in different disciplines.
I just want to also mention that if you are kind of lose your interest in your current research subject, our program gave you the flexibilities to choose a different lab to work with. You can always find your research interest. So yeah, thank you for all your opinion on this. And let's move on to the next question. So, which is, we know that the CLS has a very unique academic atmosphere in terms of collaborations and cultural exchange, idea exchange. So I want to hear your opinions on what do you cherish most about this atmosphere in your experience at CLS. Maybe Xiang, please. Let's start with you.
Thank you. So as I said, so I came from a place where everybody studied neuroscience, right? So upon joining CLS, I realized there's a lot of set-in things in the program that really makes people wanting to, or it makes it much easier to collaborate. For example, the students, their courses, they're required to take, the students are required to take interdisciplinary courses to study things you don't know about. So every student who comes to my lab to rotate, you know something I don't. And also for the faculty, we have a lot of faculty activities, for example, faculty lunches or faculty and student happy hours, where we're very much encouraged to attend because there's nice food. And then there you can meet your colleagues and also students from other disciplines, and then we can chat about various things, get to know them, get to know their labs, and then maybe very spontaneously starting to collaborate.
Okay, yeah. Han, what's your opinion on this?
What I can say is in CLS, they try everything to force you to collaborate. For example, they would cite students from different disciplines to the same study group and to the same dormitory. And so we have just a lot of opportunities to know each other and to know what other people are doing and what's exciting outside our comfort area.
Okay, yeah. Wei, I know that you're going on a lot of like field studies and collaborating with different labs, and what's your experience? Can you share a little bit with us?
Yes, and definitely I would like to add more some interesting points from the perspective of an evolutionary biologist. So since we have to do a lot of not only computational and experimental work in lab, including dry lab and wet labs, we also do some a lot of field works. For example, we travel to the Southeast Tibet, including Meadow County. We also travel to Southeast Asia. We also have these collaborations with scientists from North America. So during this process, actually, our students have built strong correlation, collaborative relationships with all these scientists all over the world, which will also enable our students to build further collaborations, also explore more interesting scientific questions together with these worldwide scientists. So I think this is just the good opportunities that CLS will offer you and all of us. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I think we have all the questions being asked today, and thank you again for joining us for this roundtable discussion. And to the audience, I hope you learn more about CLS through this discussion today. And if you want to learn more about our program, you can either scan the QR code on the screen or visit us at our official website, www.cls.edu.cn. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.